Gotcha.
Alright, hold on, remember, if I see phones or if I see headphones, they're mine. I keep them and then they go to the business office.
Ooh, you don't like my beats.
Actually,
Well, that's cool. 7.5.
Okay, listen carefully. I need you guys to become more independent. So ready when you walk in. If you're wondering, what is this? Where can you look?
These are back to the book.
The sideboard.
Chicken nugget.
The sideboard. Look at Algebra 1AB. On top, this tells us what we're doing today. So you should have notes from Friday on 7.5 Part 1. What are we doing today? 7.5 Part 2. Homework is right here, but we'll also have it if you take a picture on the way out. Unless we can start it early. Ian, real quick. Can I have you write down the warm-up problems first? Okay. When we go to check homework, you can go fast.
Okay.
Now, kiddos, we are turning in homework number 30 today, which I think was 3 through 14. As I said, though, on Friday, we're only checking the evens after the warm-up. But why? Why would we only check the
Check the other ones at home.
Because the odds are in the back.
When you do your homework at home, you should check the odds to make sure you're right before you ever come to class. But if you have a question on the odds, I'll still take it. Okay. So notes open, section 7.5. You don't even need to make a new section, new side. Just keep on going. Johnny, what do you think? Where are your notes?
Angel.
The whole family's gonna be black and white.
I got you.
7.5? Guys, what was the title for 7.5? Oh, yeah, real quick.
Factor of x squared plus b
Plus C.
Yep, you said it.
Hey guys, you shouldn't be talking because there's 2 examples up here. They're both like homework due today. These are like the homework problems that we're checking today. Josh, where are you?
I'm asking.
Jeez.
Kaylee, Jasmine, make sure we're doing our examples. Stay hands to yourself. Grab a seat in the back. Do I give you a pencil?
I need to check. No.
Yep.
Bigger paper this morning.
Alan, you're trying, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is this 7? Oh no, this is
Yeah, I cannot see them. So if I don't fit those, then there's like
Hey guys, remember your table, right? You want me to write the table real quick so we remember?
What's
Do we have to do that?
Only until your mind can see what the table shows you.
my mind is
It
just like
already does.
gone today.
But it's going to get harder today. We're going to use the table again, so I'd like you to start using the table on the harder ones until your mind can see it. Yeah, go. What did I say at the beginning of the class? Diego, look at the board. See how it says 7.5 part 2 underneath algebra?
Oh.
There you go. So yes, you can always look there. Now kiddos, just remind us of the table real fast. I'm actually going to show the table below the parentheses. Why did I show you this note off to the side? That's how you can always start. We need to fill the parentheses. We need to fill the parentheses. Now, for those of you guys that did homework, whenever we see plus plus, what's going to go inside the parentheses? Okay. Whenever we see just a plain old x squared, always going to be, hey kiddos, all the weird, I don't know, noises that are coming, stop. So we have x times x, we're trying to fill in the blanks. For those of you guys that, hold on, hold on. For those of you guys who were not able to see it, we always make a table. If you're not able to see it, okay, some of you can see it, that's cool. That means that you've practiced this well enough that you're able to make a shortcut and go straight to the answer. But for others, there's also, or always, this way of breaking it down. Now listen, today we're going to see harder problems in the rest of section 7.5. Thanks. We're going to see harder problems in the section, the end of 7.5. I want all of us to go back to a table in the beginning of the harder problems, okay? And then once again, as your mind, if your mind can start seeing the answers, you're checking with what we're doing in class and with the back of the book and you're right, that's cool. I don't mind. So here we go. Factors of 55, and we're finding their sum. What's something that makes 55?
5 times 11 is
1 times 55, 5 times 11, maybe something else, but kiddos, look at the sums. We know 56 doesn't work because we're comparing it to this guy. We need them to match, but what's true about 5 and 11?
It works. Oh, that's
So, the sum
Right.
means add them together. The sum means add them together, right? So 5 plus 11 is 16. We've already used the x squared in doing the x and the x. We've already used the 55 in looking at factors of 55. What we're looking for is which one finds us the middle number, and the middle number is 16. So, who made 16?
5 and 11.
55, and what part of 55? 5 and 11. Final answer.
Yes.
Now, how could you double check?
Solve it.
How solve it? Josh?
You solve it by FOIL.
By foiling or a
By
table
the, yeah.
or distributive method? Good. We could always double check. These ones are kind of quick though, in the sense of hopefully with foiling, some of you guys can do this faster than others, but you would end up with x squared plus 11x plus 5x plus 55
Yes, sir.
if you did first, outer, inner, last. I'm just doing foiling really fast.
Oh, I didn't know.
And it should match your original problem. And it does, right? So if we foil and it matches, then check we got it right. That's our checking step. Now,
Good.
Alan, go ahead.
Do you have to write that whole other thing out for the x2 plus
The
11
table?
x plus 5x plus 55?
That's your way to check. So
Okay.
if the directions say check, or if you're on a quiz or test and you want to make sure you're right,
Okay.
that would be a good thing to do if you have extra time. Now, kiddos, once again, what type of problem are we doing when we put the parentheses? What are the directions?
Factor.
For some of you, I think the last quiz, which you're going to get back tomorrow, Jay's making it up today. You're good, you're good. When you get back your quiz, some of you might have just not done well because it was too much for your brain to process at once, meaning your brain didn't put together the type of problem with the directions with what to do. So maybe there was like a misfire, maybe there was a misconnection. It got overwhelmed. And so we'll keep trying to work on those, but you have to be paying attention to directions in the warm-ups, directions in the homework, reading the words and helping your brain connect. Now, for number 2, we're going to do the table one more time, and then we're going to see if all of us can make the jumps for 3 and 4. For number 2, let's go ahead and zoom in on it. I'm going to use the table one more time. Do not give me answers. If you can see it in your head, that is great. But, first of all, to factor, we got to make parentheses. Did you make parentheses?
Yes, I did.
Did you make parentheses, Alan?
I was on my
As soon as we see the minus and the plus,
Yeah.
they are both going to be minus. They are both going to be minus. That was what we saw this weekend as you did your homework, hopefully. Caleb, go ahead.
Does it matter if it's like positive and negative?
Yes, it does matter. You're going to actually see in today's lesson it matters. So only when it's minus and then plus. Okay? Now, hold on. We don't have X's this time. Who do we have?
Why?
So instead of putting, focus back on it. And instead of putting x and x, what are we going to put instead?
Wow.
Yep. Now remember, we're looking at factors of who? Of the last. So factors of 40. A positive 40, right? That sum to be, who's the guy we're trying to make match?
13.
Negative 13. Now, hold on. If we have a positive 40, but we have a negative 13, oh, that's right. We're going to be dealing with negative numbers. Okay. So, kiddos,
I'm a little confused.
what multiplies to be 40 with negative numbers?
10 times 4.
8 times 5 times.
Are the parentheses confusing? Let me go back to the dot. Okay, so we can do negative 1 times negative 40. Why am I putting negatives? Because I need negatives to make this 13. But question, does negative 1 and negative 40 cut it?
No.
I don't think so.
How about negative 2 and negative 20?
Nope. Sorry.
Nope, that doesn't match. 3 doesn't go in. 4?
No.
Stink. Negative 4 and negative 10 make negative 14 when we add them. That doesn't work.
8.
Alright.
8.
Negative 5 and negative 8.
Yes, sir.
Do those make negative 13?
Yes.
Yes. So have I found my winner chicken dinner?
Yes.
I want
Because it matches the middle term. So, wait. Pay attention. This is where you need to make sure not to make a mistake. If you know how to put the parentheses, if you know how to choose what variable to put in the first spot, if you know how to make your table, there's a lot of things you know. Don't make a mistake here when we fill in the blank. Question, is it going to be y minus or y plus? Y minus. Fill in, and we need the subtraction.
But that's only if it's minus and plus. Minus 10.
Only if it's minus then plus. Okay. We're going to help him? Greatest common factor. Okay. So, we've used tables twice. Now, some of you are like, I can do this mental math style. So, ready? I want you guys, if you haven't yet done 3 and 4, I want you to see if you can jump to the final answer for 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah.
Some of you can, some of you can't, and that's okay. Writing it down. Writing it down. Now, if you think you can jump, I want you to FOIL after you write what you think is the answer and see if it matches. Once again, some of you guys can do this quick. For some of you, it takes a little extra time. I slowly build. Hold on, wait. How should you know whether or not you did it right?
Check
You were
it.
supposed to check it by foiling.
Or
So, you can do your first
by
outer inner left.
distributive, or by the table. You know, any way you want.
Now, here's one answer that I saw.
Sorry.
Here's one answer that I saw. Rob, hold on. Question, why is this right or wrong?
It's
Wrong.
4 plus 3 is not 8.
If you go to do your 3 times 4 is 12. 3 and 4 are good, but 3 plus 4 is 7. So what was the right answer to plug in for number 3?
2 and
No, wait,
6.
pause. Hold on, Alan, Ian, are we focused? 6 and 2. That's one good way of writing the answer.
Yeah.
6 times 2 is 12. 6 plus 2 is 8. It works both ways.
Oh,
But wait, is it bad if you put 2 and then 6?
no.
No, it's okay. You can do it either way.
For right now.
Alan, focus, or you don't deserve to be here. Tyler, help him out. One more time. Justin, focus on in. Help everyone else around you focus by being quiet. 6 here and 2 here. If I was to switch those two numbers, wouldn't I still have the same two
Yes.
factors?
Because you're just
Multiplication
adding.
is good both ways. Raise a hand. Who has an answer for me? Rob, what do you got
34.
for number 4?
Do you want to do the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing would be great.
X minus 2, and then X minus 7.
To prove a point, kiddos, could you also have done x minus 7 times x minus 2?
Yeah, it'd be the same thing.
Both are just as good.
Right in.
One more time. How can you check to make sure your factoring is right?
Foil.
Foil.
Foil or
Thank you. Foil or
the distributive.
distributive or table.
Or table.
Let's quiet on down to listen to Jackson's question. Go ahead.
Well, for that, like super easy, and I don't really need to check it. It's like,
But just don't worry. Remember, today's getting harder and maybe we should all check. But I understand. You can check, well, Jackson, hold on. You can check, but maybe you don't need to show foiling to check, right?
Yeah.
For instance, you can say, oh, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 plus 2, oh, that works as 8. Negative 2 times negative 7 is positive 14. Negative 2x minus 7x is negative 9x, right? Here we go. Let's check our answers. We are coming back for another bit of notes, but after we check our answers from homework. Homework out. Only the evens.
What?
And as soon as you check your answers, you can rush to the
I just want to know how this is. I think it's.
Oh, your factors?
Yeah.
Nice thing is, we've just done a warm up, so you can just skip space for a warm up in your notes.
what she's gonna explain the plus and then the negative.
Oh,
You know what
I
was
have
talking
my
about
notes
earlier?
too.
Oh, it's mine.
My notes.
You look.
You are not.
They're kind of low down. Can you guys see the factors? Couple more moments. I can.
X mark. X negative, okay, whatever is there, space, and then X positive. That's it. It's pretty much just a switch up. I think so. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh, you're so great.
Now we're going to try and help ourselves with some ways of remembering. But as you guys saw, 4, 6, and 8. Actually, I think it was almost 3 through 9. Is that right? All of them were plus plus. And number 10 through the end is changed to minus minus. Now hold on, pause.
It was 3 through 8 and then 9 through 14.
Oh, is that how it went? There were 2 separate sections?
Yes.
If you guys are getting the signs wrong, I bet you didn't check your odds in the back of the book because you would have seen positives to begin with, negatives to
Or you
end
didn't check your answer too.
or you didn't foil the double check to make sure.
Yeah.
I use them on my book.
That's good though.
Hey. I'm gonna hear myself talking on there. Get out of here.
I expected a lot.
How much trade back?
I see out of the room. I see very touchy.
Either stay in the answer or
I did too. I should have. Days ago.
I didn't really show a lot of work.
Oh,
Let
I
it-
can't have
That's
it.
okay as long as you're checking somehow.
I know.
Some people check by foiling, some people check by multiply, add, and see if it works.
First time. It's
I showed my work by like the stupidest one.
Just double check
I
by
guess.
your right.
I kind of like.
You got it
Like
right.
I like.
But they're all right.
Oh. They're all right. Yeah.
No, I just put 7 times 1 equals 7. 7.
All right, any quick questions? Going once? Josh.
I did have a question.
Okay. How much fun?
That was number 13.
Can you read me the problem real fast? And guys, remember, you should write the problem, so you should be able to read it to me in class.
It's
Oh, it's right here, huh?
yeah.
What made it look funny for you?
I don't know. It's just looks weird.
Okay, so hold on. Every now and then, kiddos, and I'm telling you already, remember, notes is going to be harder today. Every now and then, something's going to be a little tricky. So, Alan, help me out real fast. How do you do this type of problem?
This type of problem,
The one on the board.
if it's negative, I did the same thing, I just still factored it.
Okay, good. So, parentheses, right?
Negative.
What's something you can fill into that?
And then they,
W with W.
Minus.
Okay, now we're coming back to Alan, but thank you. Good job, guys. So, Alan, how do we figure out, because we're trying to answer Josh's question. You're working with me, okay? How do we figure out what numbers go inside?
I could, I just used my head,
Okay, and what'd your head tell you for this one?
9 and 8.
Okay. Now, what if someone's head doesn't automatically jump to 9 and 8?
That was me.
Okay, yeah, it happens, right? Sometimes either our brains are tired or we just need to show the work. Caleb, so what do we do if our minds don't jump to 9 and 8?
You factor it out.
No.
Well, you could label out the numbers.
Wait. We should all know what to do because we just did it twice. Right? Make the chart.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
And say, if you can't think of what to do, now Caleb, help me out. Just Caleb, everyone else silent. What number do we look at for this part of the chart? Factors of who? Good. Got it. Factors of 72, and then we take the sum, right? Now, why am I going to put negative numbers? Because there's a minus. So, 1 and 72 is where I start. Then I say, hey, 2 goes in. Maybe use a calculator. 72 divided by 2 ends up being 36. Some of you can do these sums fast, and you're like, you know what? It's not working. So we would keep on going, right, Josh? As far as we need to.
Wait, is that multiplying or adding?
Well, on the left, we're thinking of what two numbers multiply to be positive 72. On the right, we're adding them together.
Oh, okay. I was confused by the.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So on the left, we're saying who multiplies to be 72. On the right, we say, okay, let's add those two together, and let's see if it works.
Okay.
We have 3 goes in. Any mental mathers out there? Is that 20? Good. 4 times. Still not working because we're trying to make it match 17, negative 17. Negative 4 goes in. Negative 18 times. We're getting closer. Negative 5 doesn't go in. Negative 6 goes in. Negative 12 times. We're almost there. I know, and I'm out of room. That's a struggle. We need one more factor, and the one more factor that I see, negative 7 doesn't go in, but negative 8 does. How many times does negative 8 go in? Jasmine J, focus. This is a harder problem, okay? Negative 8 goes in, negative 9 times, negative 17. So Josh, all you had to do is kind of just keep going, use the table if you need to. Now we can fill in our 8 and our 9. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. So think 72 divided by 1, divided by 2, divided by 3, and go until you find the right one. All right, Ian. Good timing because we're going to go ahead and pass. Now listen carefully. I'm up here now. Cool. Pass homework just straight up your rows. And as you do, notes open because, guys, I'm ready. Here you go.
Give me the ball.
I'm ready.
7-5 part 2.
Why? One person for like 2 minutes.
Blue, do you have your homework? Stay after and talk to me.
Yeah.
Finish class. More homework, stay scaly. More homework, stay Guys, wait. Why aren't we writing notes word for word? Focus. We're using time wisely.
I think so.
Are we doing notes?
Don't tell me when you're still talking. There we go. All homework should have just been turned in, unless you have a question to ask me during lunch or after school. Jay, go ahead and move in front of Luke right next to Jackson. Take all your stuff.
Oh.
It's say that.
What section?
What is this? Every conversation we've ever had. Wait, you say like this. You're not going to just
Just like a chapel.
we'll forget like
Chapel, it got real, bro.
You got real.
It got real.
Cat of the year.
Kit Kat, bro. I want a Kit Kat.
Thoroughly.
Too bad I don't got myself.
Hey kiddos, what's different about the problems that you see on the board?
It's minus
Ah, there's minuses at the end. Now hold on, pause. Pause.
This isn't good.
Go back and look. I don't even know what just happened.
Well, I guess we're done
Hey.
for today.
Don't worry. I had a question to ask you that has nothing to do with what you just wrote. Look at the beginning of your notes from 7-5. You should just be able to turn back the page, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Mom.
Look at the letter C at the end of your factoring. What was true about both of the C's in the notes from Friday?
They're positive.
Weren't both of the C's plus?
C.
So when the last term is positive, Caleb, when the, just get me, let's just focus on notes. When the last term is positive, the signs are the same. What? When the last term is positive, the signs are the same. For what? The factors. One more time. When the last term is positive, the signs are the
Same.
Okay, you guys go. When the last term is
Positive, the signs are the same.
that was lame. One more time. When the
First sign is positive, the second sign is the same.
that was even worse.
I did it.
Okay, ready? I think a lot of you guys have more rhythm than you're showing me right now. Okay, so
I have
hold
no
on.
rhythm. I'm
Has
white.
anybody learned of a metronome?
Yes.
Anybody's ever taken piano lessons? You know. Okay. So ready? Look at my metronome. Only my stylus is the metronome. Now, listen to me say it. When the last term is positive, the signs are the same. You guys, hold on. On the marks, get set. When the
Last term is positive, the signs are the same.
Okay, now pause. What am I talking about? Let me get the notes back up and let's see if they work. Johnny, sarcasm, cut down. Pause. Pause. Now watch. When the last term is positive, the signs are the same. What do I mean? The signs are the same.
Anything?
Okay? Give me answer. So for factoring, when the last term is positive, the signs are the same. So,
What if the last term is negative?
what if
Question.
the last term is negative, the signs, they must change?
Oh.
Now, wait. What do I mean by
You
that?
like bars.
I made it up.
Put that on your mixtape.
Okay, now, wait. What did I just say? When the last term is negative, the signs, they must change.
Positive. Fire.
No. They must change.
Where's the hose?
Meaning,
Where's the negative positive? Where's the extinguisher?
one of them must be positive, one of them must be negative. Now, it doesn't matter listen. It doesn't matter if it's positive then negative or negative then positive. What matters is the numbers that go with the sign. And you'll see why with examples today. You guys focus. You're doing a good job. You gotta focus. Okay? Why am I going to put X's in front again? Look at the examples. Why did I put X's?
Too much fire, bro.
Now, if it was Y squared, what would be in front? If it was W squared, what would be in front? You got it. Okay? Alright, coming back.
It's a little warm in here.
Guys, guess what I'm doing at the table, though? Keeping it no big deal. The table helps us with the easier ones. The table helps us with the harder ones. So the factors of C, we're still going to look at. But this time, instead of being a positive C, it's a negative C. Okay? Instead of a positive C, it's going to be a negative C. Which means the signs, they must change. Meaning, one is positive, the other one must be negative. If one is negative, the other one must be positive.
She was mixing up the mix.
Yes, but let's do an example. Caleb, question first, though. Go ahead.
Oh, I see. I was going to go get some water.
Try to hang in there. We only have like 8 minutes. And so far, I haven't added any minutes.
That's good.
And I don't want to, so let's focus, okay?
Yes.
What if I was to give you the following? Ready? We need an example where, let's do example number 1. X squared plus 3x minus, now I don't want to hear any answers. If some of you know how to do this, I am very proud of you. But we need everyone on the same page. When the last sign is
Negative.
negative, the signs they must
change.
Now, hold on. Do we still do parentheses? Yes. Yeah. Do we still do x and x?
That's correct.
But we're gonna pause. We're gonna pause. And technically, if you want, you could always put the plus and then the minus. That's okay. But wait. If it's a plus and then a minus, maybe where the numbers go are important, and you can't put it both ways. Now, we can still do our table. Ready?
Oh, this is easy.
Factors of when the last sign is negative. Factors of negative 10. But guys, that's the last term, so we're taking the negative 10. Now hold on. Can we still do 1 and 10?
No.
No, because the signs are both positive. We need a negative. Right? Now hold on. Who are we trying to make match in the top problem?
3.
We look at the 10, right here. We look at the 10 already, the negative 10. We need to match 3. Now question, is the 3 positive or negative?
Positive.
Okay. So if the middle sign is positive, the bigger it must win, right? If the middle sign is positive, doesn't the bigger number have to win? Who's the bigger number down here?
10.
10 is going to win. No sarcasm. If the 10 wins, it must be the positive, the other must be the negative.
Okay.
I need one of each, right? If the 10 is positive, sorry, if the 3 is positive, my bad. If the 3 is positive, the bigger, it must win. The bigger had to be positive. Now hold on. What's the sum of negative 1 and 10?
9.
Not 3.
That doesn't work.
So if I do another factor, 2 and 5, okay, go one last time. Do not say answers out loud. If I have 2 and 5, the bigger, it must win. Wait, the bigger has to be what? Positive. So who's the bigger in 2 and 5?
5.
5 is. So 5 is positive, 2 is negative. What's negative 2 plus 5? Does it match?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Wait, does it match?
This was the
Now hold on. We have to put these in the right spot though.
So the
The
positive.
5, it was positive, so it's going to go in the plus
positive.
spot. And the 2 is the negative, it will go in the
Negative.
I was gonna say.
Josh.
No, I said I was gonna say that.
Good.
Oh, wait.
Did anybody else get there before me?
Yes.
Yes.
I did.
Cool. Cool.
No, you didn't.
Good job. Now, let me commend all those that did and those that didn't. Did you get there with me? Hopefully the answer is yes. Okay. Can I do another example?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's do a page below. Now, what if I was to go ahead and give you, the directions are the same, factor. What if I was to give you s squared minus,
Uh-oh.
s squared minus 7s plus,
Oh.
let's do,
2? That one work.
now pause. I'm going to give a 5-second head start to those who want to try it without me, but I'm going to explain the problem in its entirety. If you get there before me, perfect. Pause, wait for me to catch up, and let's see if we all agree. Jay,
Got you. Oh.
you can ask me about your class, okay? Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
Making these ones up, sometimes they get a little funny. Can you guys change it to minus 12? Yeah, right. When the last term is negative, oh, what was I thinking?
It was gonna be 4 and 3.
Okay. I needed to make sure to be this problem. So you guys changed the negative, right? You guys changed the negative, right? Now change the 12 and 18. Now pause. Make sure you wrote it right.
Would it be S minus, right?
Make sure you wrote it right. You're okay. Make sure you wrote it right. I know. I gave you an example from last.
I know the two numbers, I just don't know how to put the sign.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm struggling.
Okay. When the last sign is negative, the signs they must change. Okay. Now we gotta go find it. Now pause. Factors. Think that? Just don't say it. Factors of negative 18. I just chose the last, right? When the last term is negative, the signs they must change. So I know that I'm going to have one positive, one negative. Guys, we know 1 and 18 makes 18, right? Oops, I forgot to write the word sum. But hold on. Let's think about this. Look at the middle term. If the middle term is negative, the bigger he must win. Question. If the bigger wins, and if this sign is negative, then question, what must the bigger have? Negative. So, the 18 is negative, the 1 is positive. What's 1 minus 18? Not negative 7. Let's go try someone else. Who goes into 18? 2 and
9.
The bigger, he must win. The 9 has the negative. What's 2 minus 9?
Look at that.
18 times who is 18? 1 and 18. 2 times who is 18? 2 times 9. The bigger, he must win. The bigger needs the negative sign. Yeah, so the 18 had the negative, but 1 minus 18 didn't.
So whatever the middle number has,
That's what the bigger will have.
Oh.
So the bigger one was 9 in between 2 and 9.
I got it.
Would it matter, you know?
Yeah, this negative tells me the bigger must have the negative. So the bigger of these two, he kept the negative. The bigger of these two, he kept the negative. Does that make sense? So now, hold on, wait a minute. I found the winner, chicken dinner, but who goes where? S plus who? 2. And S minus who?
9.
What if I did the opposite?
Now wait, if you have S minus 9 times S plus 2, you're good. But if you have S plus 9 and S minus 2, you have a positive winning, which would give a positive number. Does that make sense? We need the negative to be the winner. The bigger wins. So we ask, who's the winner? Negative or positive? Negative. So the bigger needs the negative. Because the bigger always wins. So he needs to have the sign.
Let's do one more.
Now guys. Alright? Listen. You've done a good job. I want us to do one last example before you leave. One last example before you leave. Write it down. One last example before you leave. Now write down the problem. I want you to try it. I'm going to show the homework up on the screen. I'm going to write the answer on my iPad. And if you raise your hand and if I come to you and you have it right, I will let you leave.
Can you show the problem again? I didn't
The problem is, you can only leave once you have the class. Can't stand. Well, you're supposed to write it down a while ago. X squared plus 2x minus 15. You have to raise your hand, and I come to you. Got it. Make sure you get the homework.
Oh, yeah.
Caleb. Double check your signs.
Can I come to you? It's positive.
Double check your signs.
Oh, okay.
Yes, make sure you get your homework when you leave. Make sure you get your homework when you leave. Make sure you get the homework when you leave. That's the second number.
If two.
Mr. Beck.
Oh, I'm done.
Make sure you check your homework when you leave.
It's a
Double
five.
check your signs.
It's a five.
Make sure you get your
Five
homework.
feet down.
Make sure
I
you
heard
get
the
your
word.
homework. You may leave.
It's a five.
Double check your signs. If the last term is negative, the signs, they must change. You have the same. Yes.
Do it.
Good job. You may leave. Get your homework.
Oh,
Good. Good. Good.
Five.
Yeah, it is.
Next is five.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Ooh, the signs, they must
Shut up, bro.
double check.
Don't tell Caleb, shut up.
Oh,
girl.
wait, like this?
Check the signs.
Like plus minus? Okay.
Don't you see how? Because it was a positive five down there?
Yeah.
So it needs a plus. I'm coming. Ooh, check your signs.
Almost done with 29. Also almost done with the homework.
5 minus 3 is positive.
Good. 5 minus 3 is positive 15.
Good.
All C.
That needs to be the winner or the bigger.
Could you help me with one problem like that?
Yeah, let me go check that.
And it's not negative. This is negative. Oh, so it's negative. It's bigger, right? So this has to be the positive. This is negative, right? I'm not sure.
Well, negative 15 gets written there, and we're trying to make this match. So if this is positive, right? So we need the winner to be positive.
Did you find my bullshit?
So we're gonna make the 15 and 5 positive.
What should put in?
We're gonna make the 1 and 3 negative.
Should put it in my bag. Negative, you just double check. But,
4, 5 minus 4. You see him?